Good morning. Yes, good morning. Welcome to Vic and Vern Sports Chat. Of course, I'm Vic. Uh, Welcome to the Sports Update Show. It is Friday. What does Friday mean? First of all, take a sip of the tea. It means it's the sports weekend, baby. Hey, man, we got the Premier League, we got NFL, we got rugby. Fantastic. Great college football game coming up as well. There's sumo on the channel. Of course, there's Formula One. It's all coming this week. Oh, I need to even plug that one quickly. I forgot to put that one out there, so I'm gonna do that right now. Don't wanna, you don't want to upset all the Formula One fans there. There you go. I think I put it in there. There you go. There you go. I'll put it straight out there at the beginning. Otherwise, I will forget it. There you go. It's plugged. It's plugged. Don't worry. That'll come later. So, good morning, Ronnie, Levante, Hill, Sean, Peter, Stefan the Guru, Tiziana Erania, Ito Meno. Jeez, boys, you're in there. Lots of them. Let's start off with a poll that I put out this morning. Who has the best chance of winning the Champions League? I got something wrong with this poll because 16% think Bayern, 16% think Liverpool, 80% think Paris Saint-Germain, and 50% of you think somebody else is going to win. I can see I've got a lot of Arsenal supporters in there. I've got a little bit of AC Milan, Napoli, Inter Milano. We got Manchester City, Real Madrid. I even saw a Dortmund in there, a Juventus as well. So yeah, looking good. Yeah, look, I could. The poll only allows me to put in four. Yeah, one day I hope that YouTube changed that you can put bigger polls in. That would be nice, but it's not the case. Guys, what are we talking about this morning? A lot of shit this morning. There you go. Football, NFL, EuroLeague. It's all in there this morning. So stay tuned. And if you guys do want to drop us a mail or something, upstairs there, on top is the mail address. Don't forget. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification. We're on our way to 110,000. So keep on doing what you're doing. There you go. But listen, we've got to start off with some sad news today. This young man, 24 years old, Dallas Cowboys player, Marshawn Kneeland, is not among us anymore. Listen here, first of all, condolences to him and his family, to all his teammates there in Dallas. Terrible news. A lot of conflicting reports coming out at the moment, so we're not going to speculate on this channel. We'll wait till we get an official news on his death. But sad day when young people leave us. 24 years old, bright future ahead of him. So condolences to everybody around this young man, Marshawn Kneeland, and shout out to all Dallas Cowboys fans. Just bad news for the Cowboys today, man. The only good thing about it is they have a bye week and the players have time to, to take this in. I mean, it must be a shock. I mean, don't expect things like this to happen. Like I said, won't speculate, but I will keep you updated. At the latest, across the pond on Wednesday, we'll know more about the circumstances of this tragic death. That is that. Then we move into football this morning, or for all you Americans, soccer. And I'm going to up my screen here so that I can just have a look. Look, big night in European football. All the EuroLeagues, all the Conference League games. Let's go through them quickly. Celta Vigo beat Dinamo Zagreb convincingly 3-0. Congratulations to Ryan and his FC Basel. They beat Steaua Bucharest 3-1. 2 goals from Shaqiri. Sherdan Shaqiri, 2 goals for him. And Salah, not Mo Salah, another Salah. He scored also as well. Look, Bucharest did play all of the game basically down to 10 men with stupid red card in the 12th minute, so they didn't help themselves out. Celtic, even Martin O'Neill can't save you guys. They lost 3-1 to Midtjylland. When was that going to happen in days gone by? Celtic in not in a good position at the moment. Then, but just maybe they're just concentrating on winning the league. That's probably more important. Utrecht against Porto ended 1-1. Panathinaikos beat Malmö 1-0 through a goal through Duric. Nice lost to Este Freiburg 3-1. We'll go on. There's plenty to talk about there. Then Salzburg beat my go-ahead Eagles 2-0. Red Star Belgrade, it's not basketball, it is football, beat Lille 1-0. Sturm Graz and Nottingham Forest drew 0-0. That is a good result for Sturm Graz. Aston Villa, easy win there, 2-0 against Maccabi Tel Aviv. Not basketball, coming later, don't worry. Bologna and SK Braun, 0-0, not a good result there for Bologna. But look, they were down to 10 men after 23 minutes. Actually, not a bad result. Racing Genk against Braga. They went all up guns blazing. 4-3 for Racing Genk against Braga, against the Portuguese outfit. Then Ferencváros beat Ludogorets Razgrad 3-1. PAOK thrashed, destroyed, annihilated. Young Boys Bern 4-0. But again, earlier, red card. How do you get a red card in the 6th minute? Gigovic, 6th minute, red card. And Young Boys go down 4-0. Another Scottish team that in disarray. The Rangers losing at home to Roma 2-0. Real Betis beat Lyon 2-0. And you can guess who scored a goal for Real Betis. Yes, my man Anthony. He scored for Real Betis. Stuttgart beat Feyenoord 2-0. That must have been a tough game because that's two good teams. And Victoria Pilsen and Fenerbahce Istanbul. They drew 0-0. That was the EuroLeague. Let's get into the Conference League. Now you guys have to bear with me because some of these names I do not know, but I'll let you know. AKA Athens and Shamrock Rovers 1-1. Larnaca and Aberdeen 0-0. Scottish teams just can't win. Sigma Olomouc against FC Noah 2-1. Noah's Ark losing there. Kopio against Bratislava 3-1. Mainz beating Fiorentina. That's a good win for Mainz. 2-1. NK Kielce beat Lech Warsaw 2-1. Then we move on. Samson Sport beat Hamrun Spartans 3-0. Shakhtar Donetsk 2-0 against Breda Blik. Spartak Prague and Cheskova 0-0. Haken and Strasbourg 2-1 for Strasbourg. Crystal Palace beat Alkmaar 3-1. Good win there for Crystal Palace. Dynamo Kiev smashed Mostar 6-0. And let's get into the last one. Whew, these names are getting to me now. I'll be honest, I do not know where half these teams come from. Shenkenjia against Bialystok 1-1. Lausanne-Sport against Omnia Nicosia 1-1. I watched a little bit of that game in the last seconds. Missed a penalty in the 93rd minute. The player from Lausanne-Sport, so not good there. Lincoln Red Imps against Rekia 1-1. Rapid Wien against Craiova 1-0. Raja Vallecano beat Lech Poznan 3-2. And Gliwice beat Shelburne 1-0. My God, this Conference League is like getting out your map and trying to find out these places. I do not know where half these places are. And I know a lot of shit, but I don't know all this stuff. There you go. So that was the Conference League and the Euro League. Don't forget, big weekend in the Premier League this week. You got the Spurs against Man United. That's a good one. I think Everton Fulham should be an interesting one. The relegation battle between West Ham and Burnley. Table-topping Arsenal against third in the league Sunderland. So that should be interesting. Tell me a lot about Sunderland. Chelsea, Wolverhampton, Aston Villa, Bournemouth. What else? Man City, Liverpool, the big game of the weekend at the end there. Another relegation battle, Nottingham Forest against Leeds. So let's check that out. Don't forget to check out our Premier League prediction show where we did all the predictions for these upcoming games. And of course, tomorrow afternoon, join me there at 1:15 in the afternoon. It will be Spurs against Manchester United. Who? Yeah, who? Are you fucking owl? Who? Verbs become an owl, writing who. There you go. Then let's move into the NBA. Only one game in the NBA last night. The Clippers lost to the Suns. 102-115. Zubac had 23 points, 11 rebounds for the Clippers. And Devin Booker, he had 24.6 rebounds and 7 assists in a win for the Suns. Let's have a look at the tables there in the NBA. It hasn't changed a lot, obviously, only one game. But in the East, it is the Chicago Bulls out in front. And at the bottom, it's the Washington Wizards and the Indiana Pacers and the Brooklyn Nets, all only with one win, so things have to change there. We got out west, and it's still the Oklahoma City Thunder on top, 8-1, no unbeaten teams anymore, no teams without any wins either, so interesting there. I'm trying to do an NBA game on the weekend. I'm trying to find one that fits into our schedule. Then there was NFL last night, and not a very exciting game. I watched a few minutes of it. It's like my tea, you're going to fall asleep. The Raiders lost to the Broncos 7-10. Yeah, but lots of good games coming up. Don't forget Patriots Buccaneers on this channel on the weekend. That's going to be very interesting. Eagles Packers, another good game to watch out for. Bills Dolphins, we'll see. We'll see what comes up. Let's have a look at the standings quickly. There, and I'm only doing the AFC West because that game from last night was in the AFC West. The Denver Broncos are looking very good there with 8-2. They are going to finish the season, I think, over 500 unless they lose all their games now. The Chargers still in a good position there. Kansas City got some work to do there because Denver is definitely keeping pace, but there's going to be a lot of rivalry there in the AFC West games coming up later. Can't wait for the Thanksgiving games. Get my turkey ready there. And the turkey of the AFC West is definitely the Las Vegas Raiders with 2-7, not doing well at all. But don't forget, next Wednesday, let me plug this, Across the Pond. Check out our Across the Pond show from this week. We did Southern California. We introduced all the teams from Southern California. Next week, Northern California. Be sure to join me for that. Then NHL, big night in the NHL last night. The Ottawa Senators lost to the Boston Bruins 2-3. The Blues, the St. Louis Blues, beat the Sabres 3-0. Good. Blues starting to win some games. I don't know why. I kind of always liked the Blues, St. Louis. Then the Canadiens lost to the Devils 3-4. The Minnesota Wild lost to the Carolina Hurricanes 3-4. The Capitals lost to the Pittsburgh Penguins 3-5. The Flyers beat the Predators 3-1. The Anaheim Ducks beat the Stars 7-5. The Lightning beat my Golden Knights 6-3. And the Panthers, the reigning champions, get a win again. They needed that one. They beat the Kings 5-2. Let's have a look what it looks like out there in the East. The beast of the East is Montreal Canadiens and New Jersey Devils, topping their respective divisions, Atlantic and Metropolitan. You can see there, the Blues, where are they? I know they're in the other division. There you go. The Rangers still at the bottom of the table. The Panthers at the bottom there. Some teams need to up their game. Let's have a look in the West. There, you see, I told you St. Louis needed that win. Check this out. I'm going on a prediction here. St. Louis at the bottom of the Central Division. I think they finish top 3. I think they'll come good at the end. But it is the Avalanche way out in front there. They're doing well there, the Avalanche. And on the other side, it's the Ducks ahead of my Golden Knights and Vern's Kraken. Vern, me and your team and my team are going to go on a collision course here. Then, guys, in the college basketball, it might not be the greatest game, but for me, it's one of the greatest rivalries. Oh, man, this is fantastic. It's LSU, Tigers, team out of Louisiana against my favorite team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. That game will be played in Tuscaloosa in Alabama on Saturday. Look, LSU not having the greatest season. They fired the coach, Brian Kelly. New coach in place already. But this is like a grudge match. It's Alabama against Louisiana being played at the Bryant Denny Stadium there in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. I mean, look, one of the biggest stadiums in the US. It's going to be packed. I'm going to try to see if I can get that game somewhere live because I would want to watch that game. I might not do a watch along, but I definitely want to watch that game because that is something, that is beautiful college football, man. I can tell you that. Then there was EuroLeague last night. How come I know there was EuroLeague last night? Because we did the games last night. Look, on Thursday. So on Wednesday, Red Star beat Panathinaikos 86-68. Then last night, Fenerbahce beat Villeurbanne 81-69. The game that Vern did, 97-109. Hapoel Tel Aviv beat Dubai. I thought Vern said it was a great game. Just no crowd there. The game was played in Sarajevo and not in Dubai. Baskonia beating Bologna 87-76. Then Maccabi Tel Aviv losing to Monaco in overtime 107-112. Big sneeze coming up soon. I can feel it. Yep. Excuse me. And then the game that I did last night, Paris lost to Bayern 82-88. What a game that was as well. Very interesting. A man that didn't have a great game, Spencer Dinwiddie, he came good at the end. Big three-pointer, big offensive rebound. And Bayern went to Paris and stole the game. Have a look at the table. What does that mean? Well, we got Red Star Belgrade up there, still unbeaten under coach Sasha Obradovic, you have to say, followed by Hapoel Tel Aviv. So those are the two teams on top. Bless you. Thank you, Ronnie. Salgiris Kaunas, Monaco is up top there, Olympiacos Piraeus, Valencia in the playoffs as well, Barcelona, Panathinaikos, Bayern swap places with Paris, and Real Madrid is in there. I mean, look, tonight, some big games with some big implication. I think my team Partizan have to win tonight, otherwise it's looking very dire for the playoffs. So, these are the games for tonight. I will be doing Olympiacos Piraeus against Partizan, so join me for that one. That is going to be at 8:15 Central European Time. And Vernie's going to be doing El Clasico. Yes, there is a Clasico in basketball as well, and it is Barcelona against Real Madrid. That is coming at 20 past, so 5 minutes after I start. So we will be simultaneously. You guys can bounce back and forth, don't worry. Enjoy those two basketball games. What else have I got? Yeah, plenty to get in. Big rugby weekend there. Those are the games. As well as on Sunday, there's still Wales against Argentina. I saw somebody mention they would like us to do England, Fiji. We'll try. We'll try our best to do all the games. At the moment, we are doing Scotland, New Zealand. We are doing Italy against Australia. We're obviously doing France against South Africa. On the Sunday, we're doing Wales against Argentina. And we'll try to slip in Fiji, England as well. So let's have it. Those are the games you're definitely doing. All time Central European time. So join us for all these games. There you go. Going to be very interesting. And of course, the big one, France against South Africa. Tight one. I think this is going to be a tight one. Should be very, very interesting. But join us for that. Then last but not least, hey, konnichiwa out there, my friends. All my sumo friends. Yep, that is in Fukuoka. The Grand Sumo Tournament starts on Sunday there in the Fukuoka Kokusai Center. Sold out as per usual with the sumo. Big sumo there. Vern will be bringing out a sumo update video tonight. So make sure to check that one out. Get all the information on the Mawashi wearing guys. Let me just give you some look ahead at some of the matches out there. We have Takanoshu against Hirodomi. That should be a good one. Wakamoto Huro is going to take on Oho. Oneshki, the young guy from the Ukraine, is going to take on Kirashima. Then the Ozeki Kota Sakura will take on Watata Takage. Then Hakoyo will take on Hoshuro, the Yokozuna. He needs a good result, I think. He just doesn't do it for me at the moment. And then, of course, the man that everybody needs to beat, the man that is running away with everything in the sumo, the Yokozuna himself, Onosato, will take on Takayasu, the Kumosubi. So that is your, how do you say, your sumo. What did I put out there? And then don't forget, go check out that one. It's the Brazilian Grand Prix on the weekend. Things are hotting up there. The 3-horse race. At the moment, it's got Lando Norris has got his nose just in front of Oscar Piastri. But guys, I'm not ruling out Max Verstappen here. I think it's going to be good. Brazil's always a fantastic Grand Prix. You never know what the weather's going to do there. You know, you get like about 50% chance that it could be a wet race. So it should be very, very interesting. I think there's 4 Grand Prix left. But what do I know? Check out that video. The boys have explained everything to you. Make sure you watch that. That is my show for today. Our show. See you guys later this afternoon. I'll be bringing out a quick DEFCON rugby show, a Friday one. Normally we don't do that. Just to update you on all the teams and everything that are for the weekend. And then I'll let you know exactly what games we're all doing. So check that out. That comes around about 1 o'clock this afternoon. So check that out. And then, of course, we have 2 basketball games this evening. Check that out. And then, of course, Saturday and Sunday is just packed. So, you know, what are you going to do? You watch Vic and Vern Sports Chat. There you go. See you guys later, man. Enjoy it. Be safe.